Hi everyone, hi my YouTube friends, and hi to my new subscribers. I've had a couple of new subscribers this week, so I really appreciate that. Thank you, and thanks to everybody that subscribes and likes and watches my videos. I do really appreciate it. It's nice to know that people are happy to share my journeys and my trips out with me. I do like that idea. So I'm going to go off on a ride, and then I'm going to stop and chat about learning to ride at 50. So I've never really talked about my journey to becoming a motorbike rider, and it wasn't the easiest, to be honest, but I'm so glad I persevered with the support of my partner Paul, and I got there in the end. I've just got myself in that situation now when just as I'm leaving my belly's rumbling, so trying to eat something quickly before you go while you've got your helmet on is a bit of a challenge, isn't it? Still smell my new exhaust. It does have like a funny smell about it. Oh, there's such gorgeous staffy there. Really beautiful. I don't. He looks like Staffy Boxer. Now, I've just parked here because I'm going to sit on this bench and have a chat. Well, I've got my brew and I'm going to have a chat about, learning to ride later in life. But I'm just a bit worried my bike's going to start leaning over too much. So I'm just going to see if I've got something to put under my side stand. But I'm just going to keep my fingers crossed because I put an old phone case under the side stand and hopefully that'll stop it from sinking. It's a big pile of leaves and a muddy bank. So let's get on chatting about my riding experience, learning to ride at 50. Yeah, so what I realised is I make all these videos, but I've never really spoken about my riding journey, like learning to ride. So when I was 16, I had a little job about 20 minutes, half an hour where I lived. My dad got absolutely sick of lifting me to this hub to go to do my little waitressing job. So he bought me a little moped, a little 50cc. I rode that for 18 months until I was 17 and passed my car test. So then, of course, when I got my car, my first car was a little Mini Clubman Estate. yeah, I never rode a bike again. So then when I met Paul, he'd got a few bikes. So one of the ones that he'd got on the road at the time was the Harley Sportster. He'd had it since he knew it. It was a 2010 48, Sportster 48, still got it now. So I used to go out on the back of that. Now that bike isn't really very good for two-all. In the end, I thought, do you know what? I want to ride my own. So first of all, I went and did my CBT on an automatic. Paul bought me a scooter 125 automatic. It got this LML, rode round on that for a few months. Although I absolutely loved it, I realised I wanted to do something more. I found it quite boring again, just sitting, twisting and going. So I went and learnt a geared bike, which I went to the same place where I did my CBT. Got on my geared bike, took to it quite quickly, fortunately, and then bought myself a little 125. It was a, oh god, Leximoto Iska, horrible bike. Wished I never bought it. But it did teach me a lot of sort of road confidence. So in the beginning, I used to wait for Paul to go out with on bike, and then I soon realised, hang on, this isn't his journey, it's my journey. So I used to go out on my own. It was throughout the spring and summer. I did my CBT and my geared bike training through the winter. Through the summer, I used to go out every night, but not every night. Every night I could go out, go around familiar roads. I had a few local routes, but luckily where we live, there's lots of nice A roads, and they're quite countrified, and at night time they weren't that busy. So I got a lot of practice doing that, and it built my confidence to go out on my own. So then I did that for months, and then I went and did big bike lessons. Went over to my hometown. I thought that might be quite nice because that's where I used to ride my little moped years and years ago. In hindsight, probably wasn't a good idea because it was too sort of memory provoking, and you know, I grew up there, which I got good memories of, but I've just recently lost my dad, so I've got a lot of memories of him there. I always wanted to feel like Dad was on the journey with me, but I don't know, I just don't think it was a great thing. Plus the bike, the 650 at that bike school was too big for me. It was like top heavy for me. I'm only 5'2", dropped it a few times. I still went over, did my mod 1. I had to ride 40 miles in wind, pouring down rain. Went to do my mod 1, nearly got called off because it's absolutely pouring down, but it didn't get called off, carried on doing it. I think we had to stop part way through. Anyway, I failed that mod 1 on the U-turn. I had to ride the 40 miles back in the wind and the rain on this bike that I didn't particularly like. Came back, said that's it, I'm not carrying on, not doing it anymore. Had a right wobble, lost some confidence, and then Paul and I were out on a walk one day, and he said, right, well, rather than pack it all in, why don't you get yourself a 125 that you actually like? So I got a Keyway RKV 125C, best little cruiser. I absolutely loved it. Rode that for a few months, got my confidence back up, went to a different bike school in a different town, and they had the perfect bike. It was lowered, it was a Kawasaki. I didn't really need many lessons. Went for my mod 1, passed it, and then had a few lessons for mod 2. I'd already had a lot of mod 1 and 2 lessons though at the bike school, the original bike school, so I was really well on my way. So all in all, from my CBT to my passing my mod 2, I think it was probably 18 months. Cost me probably nearly £2 because I did have a lot of lessons. Yeah, I did my CBT age 50, and then I passed my bike test 52. And I'm 54, so I've been riding on a big bike for 2.5 years now, so I think that all works out on the timeline wise. But yeah, to anybody that feels like giving up partway through, give yourself a little rest, have a little rethink, give yourself a kick up the bum and just do it, because it is so worthwhile. I think the thing holding most people back doing it my way would be the cost. I mean, it's just an absolute fortune, but I was at a point in my life when I could afford it, so I did. And now, being older, my kids being older, you know, it gives me so much entertainment. I absolutely love it. I ride a lot on my own, and from those early days of Paul encouraging me to ride on my own, I think it did me the world of good. So I ride on my own a lot, but I also ride with Paul, which I really enjoy. There's nothing better than us going on road trips together. And then I ride with my friend Vicky. She's got an Indian Another person that really encouraged me early on was my friend Jill. I met her through Facebook group Lady Rider, and yeah, and that group was really encouraging too. So, you know, it's quite nerve-wracking meeting new people and, you know, going out riding with people that you don't know, but I've got a big thanks to Jill because she gave me a lot of confidence early on. So yeah, that was my bike journey. Hope I've not waffled on too much. And I stopped off here because, yeah, I thought if it was raining, I could sit in here and do my... I'm going to get back on my bike now and go for a ride and head off home. I'm going to go for, I haven't been out that long to be fair on my bike, so I'm going to go for quite a long ride, but I won't film all that. I'll film some of it. And yeah, the wind's getting up a bit, clouds might be coming in, who knows. I get sick of bloody checking the weather because it's never what it says it is anyway. Just all I know is it rains too much. Bit of off-roading. Oh shit, nearly dropped my bike then. Oh, got a cramp in the top of my leg. Well, now it's skiddy. God. I'm now just going to list 8 things that I learned during my time learning to ride, and hopefully maybe one of you might find them useful too. Number 1, we all learn at different rates and it'll take as long as it takes. Number 2, if you buy your own 125, take time to work out which is the best model for you. I found it much easier when I could flat foot. Number 3, get used to lone riding. Ride familiar routes to start with and you'll soon learn to enjoy it. Number 4, this is mainly for smaller riders. For your Mod 1 and Mod 2 training, visit your bike school and check the bike is a good fit for you. Number 5, don't be afraid to change bike schools if it's not working out for you. It's the best thing I did. Number 6, if you ever feel overwhelmed with lessons or the tests, just take a break and enjoy riding your smaller bike. Number 7, research local test centres. Sometimes they're not very local and you need to be prepared to travel. And finally, number 8, join social media groups and go through your experience with others and just enjoy it. Right, so there you have it, Jill's top tips for learning to ride at 50. I'm going to just head off home now, go on a nice ride. And yeah, come along with me. So I've just pulled over to say goodbye. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that like button and subscribe. And thanks to all those that have subscribed. And